Alright, maing adlaw. This recorded lecture is about linear ODEs and the Bernoulli equation. So what are linear ODEs? Using algebra, a first-order ODE is said to be linear if it can be brought to the form such as this one, y prime plus p of xy is equal to r of x. Using algebraic manipulations and operations, if ma-reduce gan is siya sa ingani nga form, no? Sa left-hand side, it's only dy over dx or y prime plus a function p of x that is solely in terms of x alone times y, which is equal to, sa right-hand side only, r of x. This r of x is the same sa p of x, is solely in terms of x alone. So this is called a first-order non-homogeneous linear ODE. So naman po tayo homogeneous linear ODE, no? But dili ni siya the same sa homogeneous ODE nga ato na discuss 2-3 weeks prior. After performing algebraic manipulation, pwede na to variable separable. So that's a different kind of homogeneous. I do not know what happened with the mathematicians nga responsible sa pag-name o sa mga ODEs nga isa raman ka word ilang gigamit to name two different types of differential equation, no? Ang pagka-homogeneity ato is different sa pagka-homogeneity ani nga homogeneous DE. So, para simple, ato na lang tong i-refer as a normal, no, nga homogeneous DE. Kani as a linear homogeneous or linear non-homogeneous ODE lang siguro. Now, from this point on until mahumanta sa differential equation, when we mention homogeneity, it's this one, no? Ang definition sa pagka-homogeneous sa differential equation from this point onward is kani. Okay? So, equation 1 is a non-homogeneous linear equation. Why? Because the function r of x is not equal to 0. Okay? So, if r of x is equal to 0, that is a homogeneous linear ODE. Same as the first equation sa right. No? So, ang difference lang nila, if inyong manotice, is that on the left, si non-homogeneous linear ODE na ay r of x, si homogeneous linear ODE, 0 ang r of x. So, balik ta sa non-homogeneous linear ODE. Iyang solution is this one. Y of x is equal to e to the power of the function h of x, multiplied by the integral of e to the power of the function h of x times r of x dx plus c. Okay? So, of all the differential equations nga ito ma-encounter, isa ni sa pinaka-simple i-solve. Why? Because defined na ang iyang solution. No? So, kung tanawon nato, given tanan. Okay? Given si r of x, given si p of x, gikan sa equation 1, and si h of x, ma-determine nato using p of x, no? So, i-integrate nato si p of x, muna na siya si h of x. I-raise lang nato ang mga Euler functions or e raised to that function, h. So, nanatanan, no? I-plug na lang nato. The only challenge that we will have in solving linear ODEs is regarding sa atong ka-deep sa atong knowledge sa integral calculus. Okay? So, diha ay mas dako ga depend ang unsa ang complexity sa atong solution sa atong linear ODE. If thorough and firm ang atong foundation from integral calculus and from product differentiation from differential calculus. Most especially if our given linear ODE is homogeneous, no? So, the solution to the homogeneous linear ODE, equation 1 sa right, is y of x is equal to constant c times e to the power of negative h. Kana lang. Because h is equal to the integral of p of x dx. So that, ibutan na natin na negative sign, ibutan natin sa taas sa e, multiply na itong c, and that's it. Muna na siya ang solution sa atong homogeneous linear ODE. So, mabala na to nga sayon lang yun ay by solving some examples. So, kung tanaw na to, both of our examples right here are linear. Okay? Yet, sad to say, both of them are non-homogeneous. So, walay homogeneous ano nila. But if we set both of these equations to 0, ahin na din siya mahimong homogeneous. Okay? So, sa first equation, y prime minus 2xy is equal to x. Our p of x is negative 2x, and our r of x is just x. Sa second example, our p of x is tangent x. Our r of x is sine 2x. No? So, sa inyo kaayo, mo na to na. After pointing out kung asa si p of x o si r of x, i-plug na lang nato na siya sa given nga formula for the solution, i-integrate, and na-solve na nato atong differential equation. So, for the solution of these examples, I'll attach a link sa description, a separate videos or separate sets of videos kung saan pag-solve ni sila. Okay? The Bernoulli equation. The Bernoulli equation has the form y prime plus p of xy is equal to g of x times y to the power of a, where a is a constant. So, the Bernoulli equation itself is not a linear ODE. But when a is equal to 0 or a is equal to 1, the equation becomes either a homogeneous or non-homogeneous linear ODE. Nga naman na. So, what if a is 0? So, y to the power of 0, that's equal to 1. So, na-reduce na to siya into a non-homogeneous linear differential equation. But if a is equal to 1, meaning that is g of x times y, i-transpose na to the other side, makombine na sila. So, meaning our new p of x is equal to p of x minus g of x. Atong duha ka y kay the same ang function, which will be equal to 0. Okay? So, that's a Bernoulli equation yapon siya nga na-reduce into linear equations if a is 0 and if a is 1. So, we're lucky if nga na ang atong Bernoulli equation. But what if dili? No? Otherwise, we introduce a new variable u, or a function u of x. U of x then is equal to y of x to the power of 1 minus a. Now, using differential calculus, no, ato nang i-derive, i-substitute nato sa original equation, it could transform our Bernoulli equation yet again into another linear ODE having the form u of x prime plus quantity 1 minus a times p of x, u of x is equal to 1 minus a g of x. So, muna na siya. No? Na-reduce na to ang Bernoulli equation if y to the power of a and a is not equal to 0 or 1, napaday chance nga ma-reduce na to na siya into a linear form by introducing u of x. Nahimo lang noon si Bernoulli equation in terms of function y into function u, no? So equation 2 sa bottom part sa left sa atong slide. If gusto nato i-return, no, ibalik ang atong function in terms of u into a function in terms of y, ato na pod substitute balik ang identity nga u of x is equal to y of x to the power of 1 minus a. Okay? So, the only added variable nga itong i-point out besides kay p of x and g of x is only a. So, how simple is that? No? So, sa ka-simple, makaya na nato og solve kaning mga examples. Again, ato ning isolve, and then this will be linked to the descriptions. Um, add lang na ko na siya. And then that's it. No? So much for linear ODEs and the Bernoulli equation.